it around the other way. There we go. That'll probably work better. Or you can do yours either way, it doesn't matter, but his just need to be turned around. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yep.
Alright, so if we want to, we can go ahead and close these doors nice and slowly. Waiting for the warm up, and as we do that, we're going to go ahead and get our weather.
Wind 100, variable 160 at 7, gust 15, visibility 10, sky clear below 2000, temperature 24, dew point 11, altimeter 3023.
So we're going to make sure we get our altimeter.
Landing in departing runway 18. Notice Airman, taxiway Echo is closed. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Bravo.
So what the point of this is, what you know, getting your ATIS, that way we know what runways are in use, what information.
Confirmation, Bravo 1853 Zulu weather. Wind 100, variable 160 at 7, gust 15.
Almost sounds like Johnny's voice.
Yeah.
Temperature 24, dew
But I know it isn't.
altimeter 3023. Visual approach in use, landing and departing runway 18. Notice Airman, taxiway Echo is closed. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Bravo.
Alright, so we got information Bravo, so now we're just waiting for all these 3 gauges to get in the green. Once we get those get in the green, we'll continue with our checklist. We're going to take that ignition check. So that one we're waiting just a little bit. Once it gets a little warmer, that oil will get more viscous. But it's right there about in the green. We got oil temp is in the green, cylinder head tip is in the green. We're going to put it to 75%, and we're going to check our ignition. We're looking for no more than a 7% drop within 2 seconds. Down 1, 1001, 1002, up 1, up 2. We're good there. Down 1, 1001, 1002, back to both.
Traffic.
Now I'm going to check some sprag clutch. I'm going to make sure that sprag clutch is working effectively. We're going to see those engines and rotor RPM are going to split. See how it split there? We're good. Hold it right there at that 70. And we're on with tower. I'm going to put frictions on. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pick us up to a hover. I'm going to transition us over there, and then you can kind of get on the controls with me as far as the cyclic. And then once we get up in the air, we'll for sure get you on there. So I'll kind of put it down here for you. Before we do that, if you would, you see the that hydros button. I'm going to turn our hydros off. I'm going to check our hydraulics, make sure our hydraulics are good. So what we're doing now is we just turn them off, so it's going to be a little bit more stiff. I'm going to turn them back on. Ah, there we go. We know that the hydraulics are working. So now it'll be good to roll it up to 100%, which is a 101. And as I do that, I'm going to check that low RPM horn light. We're good there. Find that sweet spot with that cyclic. Clutch light, make sure you don't stay on for more than 10. We're good. Tech Tower Helicopter 47 Bravo Delta KC Copters, present position departure. We'd like to join the pattern. We have Bravo.
47 Bravo Delta, departure ramp, you on risk, use caution and flight left traffic.
Departure 1 here, use caution, left traffic for helicopter 7 Bravo Delta. Alright, so what we're going to do start now, kind of looking outside. We're going to slowly start raising up on that collective. As we raise up on the collective, we may need to add a little bit of left pedal. Coming up. And we're going to slowly move over. no lights, no horns, RPM's in the green, got plenty of fuel, all 3 gauge in the green, trim, we don't have trim. Slowly pushing forward. And we are clear in all directions. There's that magical 45, our nose is going to start pitching up. So now if you want to, you can kind of get that cyclic if you want to grip it a little bit more firmly or however is comfortable for you. So that airspeed we're shooting for now is at 60, because that's where that airspeed we want to climb out at. Looking good there, our power's good. Now we're going to be flying left traffic today, so that means we're going to be going in a left pattern. So what we're on right now is considered the upwind. And we are clear right, forward, left. So what I want you to do is we're going to start applying that little bit of left lateral cyclic. We want to just do a turn. So you want to kind of keep that compass pretty consistent on that horizon. And just slowly applying that left lateral cyclic in here. Go ahead and bank it over, a little bit more left lateral cyclic. There we go. And you kind of got to hold it in there. Now we'll level it back out. Good. And once we come up here, we're going to turn right again, or left again, so we're clear right, forward, left. We can begin that left turn, so applying that left lateral cyclic.
5 Bravo Delta, running 18, clear, stop and go.
7 Bravo Delta, clear, stop and go. So now we'll level it back out. Good. So we're a little high, so what we can just kind of do is start lowering that collective down just a touch. We'll lower that collective down. And we can hold right at about that 80 indicated. That'll be good for us, so we can kind of get as much flying and approaches in as possible. You can kind of see we're getting a little bounced around just due to a little turbulent air. And we'll be in our landing spot, so we can go ahead and start lowering that collective down. So as we lower that collective down, we may need to do a little bit of half the cyclic to keep that pitch attitude consistent. Got a little gust, so we're clear right, forward, and left. Begin that left lateral cyclic pressure in there. Lowering that. Start bleeding off that airspeed. We want to be on final. We want right at that 60 knots. So we're still clear right, clear forward, clear left. A little bit of left lateral cyclic. We'll begin that turn, and we want to basically roll out right. We're going to be right on that runway. Alright, so we'll pitch back a little bit for that 60 knot attitude. Anyway, we're going to be right over that center line. So now we're going to be looking for just a normal approach profile. Which a normal approach is right at 10 degrees for helicopters. Bleeding back a little bit of that airspeed, so applying that half cyclic in here. And you see the 1,000 footers, which the 1,000 footers are those big 2 rectangles, and we basically want to go right for that. As long as we keep this pace, slowly bleeding off that airspeed, slowly getting that descent rate with the collective. A little bit of maintaining our pedals. A little bit of right pedal as we lower that collective down. Airspeed's looking really good. And basically what we want to do is we're letting this helicopter kind of just slowly descend as we bleed off that airspeed with the cyclic. Kind of holding everything right where you got it right here. Very good. So now we want to do is start raising a little bit up on that collective. Keep that helicopter from settling. A little bit of forward, level us out. And that right pedal. Then we come down to a stabilized 3 to 5 foot hover. Good. Alright, so now what we want to do is we want to take off. So what we want to do is we want to apply that little bit of forward pressure. Just nice and slow, just a little bit, and it's going to slowly start creeping forward. Maintaining our heading with our pedals. As we transition through here, we'll get an effective translational lift. Nose is kind of going to come up, but we'll push through it with that cyclic. And that little bit of right pedal. Looking good. There's that 45. Relieve that forward pressure on the cyclic.
Boy, that jumps up once it gets by that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely it wants to climb. Especially this 44. It's an amazing aircraft. Got lots of power.
A little different from the 22, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sometimes when you're taking off in the 22, you know, you're asking as much power as it has, and it's just slowly creeping up. Alright, so we're good. We can go ahead and turn left, so we're clear right, forward, and left. Good. We want to basically keep 70 knots throughout this whole kind of while we're climbing and turning. Slowly creeping forward for that 80. We'll level her out here. Very nice. And we want to hold right at that 1,600 feet. So we normally do our tractor pattern rise at about 500 feet AGL, which is 1,600 MSL. Alright, so we're clear right forward left. We'll be in that left turn. As we come here, we're kind of fighting our tailwind here. So we're kind of getting pushed a little bit. Level it back out. Lower it quick, just a touch so that we can get back to that 1,600 feet. And we got that 80 knot attitude, looking really good. I'm going to fly right over basically the center of this road. And we're beam our landing spot.
Copy 7 Bravo Delta, clear stop and go.
Clear stop and go for helicopter 7 Bravo Delta. So we'll do those pre-landing checks. No lights, no horns, RPM's in the green. Got plenty of fuel, all 3 gauge in the green. Slowly start lowering that collector down. Now we're going to turn that downwind to base leg, so we're clear right, forward, left. Slowly apply that little bit of left pedal, or excuse me, left ladder cyclic. Very good. Now once we get on this base, we want to slowly start bleeding, kind of bleeding off that airspeed, because our intent is to roll out on final right at 60 and the 1,400 feet. Alright, so we've already been cleared, so we're cleared for the option. Cleared right, forward and left. Overshot it just a hair again, but we got it. Alright, so for this one, we'll kind of do a steep approach. So a steep approach is a little bit steeper than an actual normal approach. We're going to be looking at about 15 degrees. What we want to do is we're going to start bleeding off that airspeed. We're still going to be right at that 60 and we want the 1,400 feet. And we can kind of use those trim strings. So once those trim strings line up, like the top of the trim strings line up with our 1,000 footers, we're going to ride that all the way down. So slowly bleeding off that airspeed. She'll start to settle here in just a second. Kind of just coming into a outer ground effect over here. There's that sink rate we wanted. You can kind of see on this one we're coming in a little bit steeper than we did on that other one.
Yep.
But we still want to keep that airspeed up just a touch. We'll slowly bleed it down as we're descending. As we slowly approach that speed or that ground, we're going to slowly bleed that airspeed off. Maintain over that center line. Very nice. So now we'll start raising up on the collective as we basically come to the complete stop. A little bit of forward, riding those shutters down, raising up on the collective. Coming to a stabilized hover. Very good. Alright, so now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and go around. Normal takeoff here. A little bit of right pedal for heading. There we go. And that forward cycling until we get that 45. There it is. Nose comes up.
Now you can sure feel it when transition.
Yep, so basically what we're doing is there's, we have what's called transverse flow effect, where we're kind of transitioning through, we're kind of outrunning our vortices that we're creating, and then once we hit that effective translational lift, that's kind of when we pass through the, roughly about the 16 to 24 knots. That's where we'll get that increase in performance, and that nose of the aircraft wants to come up, so that's why we kind of have to push through it a little bit. So we're clear right, forward, and left. Very nice. Alright, so we got that altitude we want. Yeah, we're kind of getting drifted this way a little bit. That's because that wind's pushing us, so if we needed to compensate for it, we could apply that little bit of right lidar cyclic in there. But now we're clear right, forward, left. We can go ahead and turn to our downwind.
7 Bravo Delta, runway 18, clear stop and go.
Clear stop and go for helicopter 47 Bravo Delta. Looking good there. That's a pretty nice day. You got a little bit of gust here and there.
Sorry about the bumping, Scott.
This is great. You're holding it good and steady.
Feet. So we're a little off, but
Down to 60.
yep, so we'll start slowing it up to that 60 knots. Watching those birds, they should be no factor. A little bit aft. Want to clear. There we go. So we're coming in pretty hot, so what we can do is lower that collective a little bit and also do that aft cyclic. That'll help our rate of descent as well as lead that airspeed off. There you go. And we're drifting a little bit to the right, so we can put a little bit of left lidar cyclic in there, slowly bleeding. As we're kind of getting closer to the ground, we're going to slowly add a little bit more of that aft cyclic pressure. Very good. Now raise up on that collective, maintain our heading with our pedals. Riding those shutters. Leveling it off. Alright, so now we can go ahead and go around.
We can land now and let him take it if you want it.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to sidestep. So basically, we're going to go back to the ramp. And we'll do it that way. So what we'll do here is I'll kind of be on with you, and we can kind of make this one a little bit faster. That way we can kind of get back over to the ramp a little faster. Easier on some time. So we're clear. Right, forward, left. Deck Tower, helicopter 47 Bravo Delta. We're going to make this a full stop to KC copters for just a little bit, then we'll be taking back off.
7 Bravo Delta, landing KC copters, you're on risk, use caution. Wind 16012.
Landing KC copters on risk, use caution, helicopter 7 Bravo Delta. Good, so we still got, so you can see how we're making this pattern a little bit smaller here, kind of overflying the houses, so we'll just kind of be aware. We'll start lowering that collector down. Slowly lowering. As we lower, we'll bleed off that airspeed.
A lot of swimming pools down there.
There are.
You've been keeping track of those strings, right, Lloyd?
Can't do it all. He's doing it. He's really doing it, making you think I'm doing it.
I don't know. You're doing a lot of this. So we're good. No lights. Got plenty of fuel. Gonna start bringing her around. So we'll kind of just land out here in the grassy area. And we'll just kind of do a hot swap here. So once we get the collective down, throttle rolled down, we'll just have y'all swap.
Okay.
So what we'll do is just continue with this approach. A little bit of right pedal for heading. Lowering that collective down, bleeding off that airspeed with gentle ass cyclic. Watching that hawk that just went out in front of us. Good, just holding that in there. There's that left pedal. So we're going to start raising a little bit up on that collective, and as we do that, we'll add that pedal. A little bit of forward. And basically we're just going to come straight down here.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Wow, nicely done.
There we are. So what I'll do is I'll get this collective full down, then we'll roll the throttle down, and then we'll have you swap. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and swap now. Get your headset on.
Executive Tower, King Air 200 Delta Alpha. We're with you on the visual for 18. King Air 200 Delta Alpha, exact time, running 18, clear to land.
Alright, can everybody hear me?
Hey, Jim.
Yes.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm rolling up that.
I hear you. I can tell there's a smile on your face.
We'll roll it up, and we're going to be asking to go on the go. Vector helicopter 47 Bravo Delta requesting on the go from KC Copter ramps. Join the pattern.
Bravo Delta, departure ramp, your own risk, use caution, left traffic.
Departure on race, use caution, left traffic, helicopter 7 Bravo Delta. Alright, so what we're going to start doing is just start raising up on that collective. As we raise up on the collective, we know we need to add a little bit of that left pedal. So kind of what we're doing is just looking at that taxiway light out straight in front of us, making sure we're not moving around. If we start drifting, we'll use that cyclic. There, we're coming straight up.
I got the airplane over at Higginsville now getting the ADS-B transponder put in, and I'm kind of one of the refugees.
So we'll just slowly creep forward with that cyclic. There we go.
I hear ya.
A little bit of pedal inputs.
Being painted now, right now, down in Miami County. Nice. Get it back soon, you think?
There's a 45. The nose is going to come right up.
It's going to take about another 3 weeks. I'm sure it'll be nice when you get it. Now I need to do interior. I just need to keep going. Where are you going to put it when you get it back?
So if you want to, you can put it down your lap if it'll be a little bit more comfortable for you.
Okay.
Nice. Probably cheaper than here. Yes, it is.
So you see, you want to pitch forward just a touch for that 60. There we are there. Good. Trim strings are looking good.
Not sure they'll have new hangars here in my lifetime. Well, you know, they promised to have them within the year.
So we are clear right, forward, left. We're just going to apply a little bit of that left lateral cyclic.
My airplane out. Like I said, they promised. Yeah.
There you go. So you see our nose is kind of pitching up just a little bit. There we go. We add a little bit of that forward and a little bit of that left lateral cyclic at the same time. Kind Kind of trying to keep that consistent airspeed throughout that whole turn. And we'll level her back out. Now we got the 1,600 feet. So we're clear right forward left. We'll begin that left turn. So that left lateral cyclic. Nice and slow. There we go.